you have something you really love, you just want everybody to see it. It's instant gratification. We're a microwave society. Everybody feels the same way. So when you first hear that it's being pushed, you're like, uh-oh, is it what they said? Is it because they really love it? No, maybe it's because they're not going to, maybe it's going to get pushed and be on the wall. So always second guess. But at some point, you have to have your faith over fear, right?
Found it airs every Tuesday on NBC, and the feedback has been so strong so far. So what has been your reaction to seeing fans showing their love and support for the show?
It's warmed my heart in a way that I can't describe. Not because it's any sort of in the accolade kind of way, but because we wanted to tell these stories.
Right.
You never know how people are going to respond to the stories in a world where everybody thinks it's about choosing a side. And if you say this, that means you don't believe this. And if you say this, so it was stories that were important to tell, that we needed to tell. And the response to that has been really great, because it meant that it wasn't just important to us, it's important to so many people, and also now has become important to other people that it may not have been on the tip of their tongues before.
Of course. And you play Gabby Mosley in the series. How would you best describe your character?
She is strong. She is loyal. She is hurt. She is powerful. She is damaged. She is a baddie. She's also childlike.
Of course. Absolutely. And Gabby, well, I'll say this, Sir, who Gabby has at her home, is played by Mark Paul Gossier. How was it working with him throughout the entire season?
Mark Paul is a wonderful actor. He really is not as wonderful of a person, but as an actor, he's super, super, super great. So it's been really difficult for me. Am I allowed to? No, I'm just kidding. See, no, Mark Paul is one of my friends. It's been an absolute dream, because he has no inhibition and he has no judgment, and he has these subtle nuances that even I will sometimes say, oh my gosh, what did you just do? And he'll just move his head slightly or move his eye or do an inflection in his voice. And so it's been really fun playing with him.
I think what's interesting about this show is everyone from the cast, or really just the rest of the characters, brings something different to the table. So how much did you enjoy working with this cast?
The cast is amazing. I mean, we have the legend, and I do call her the legend, Kelly Williams, back on our television screen, folks.
Yeah, exactly.
She has been had a wonderful career as a director. She stepped away from in front of the camera for a little while, so it takes a special project to bring her back. It's found, and man, is she serving the people. She is serving the people. And if you're a parent and her storyline isn't breaking your heart, then I don't know. Because every time I watch her and I watch how she can naturally tap into a place of vulnerability and just that sadness, that raw sadness that you could look into somebody's eyes and see. I'm in awe of her, Gabrielle Walsh, who is sort of new to the scene, but she's so sweet. And the childlike quality she has. And when you look in her eyes, you know she wants the best for everyone. And only Gabrielle could do that. And then we have Karen, who even this next half, y'all are going to see, this guy's a beast. Karen is one of the best actors that I've ever worked with. He is so good. He's so committed. He is so good. And Arlen is just unbelievably talented. Arlen has the hardest job on the show, right? Arlen's task is to constantly be behind a screen and interacting with the rest of us who are in the workroom. So he spends a lot of time isolated, and you couldn't tell it all. He's just so good and so tapped in, and I'm in such awe of him. But I'll tell you something about Arlen. He's a better human being than he even is an actor. He is pure de la pure. Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. But
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I mean, they're all great. And I think and obviously found focuses on a serious issue, which is missing children who are overlooked by the system. So was raising awareness to the issue one of the reasons you wanted to be on the show?
Well, yes. And I think that the big thing is not just about missing children, right? It's not just about missing brown children. It's about missing people,
right,
underrepresented. That is why I wanted to be a part of the show, because it is so relevant. And, you know, in different communities, you've had the private conversations of why are my son or this person that looks like me or this person who is unhoused or this is not getting the same media attention. We all have had those conversations. Now to bring that to light in a very real way and to show that every missing person, the ones that we're seeing on television and the ones that have not been fortunate enough to get the same exposure deserve someone looking for them. And yes, that's one of the main reasons. When you get to a level of, thank God, success, you have the opportunity to choose roles. And I knew that I wanted to use whatever platform I had to actually do a project I'm passionate about. And I'm passionate about what the subject matter is. And that was found in a nutshell. You put it out there in the universe, for me, as God will always deliver.
Absolutely. And another interesting storyline is Gabby working with Sir to help solve cases. So is Gabby worried that Sir could possibly escape and possibly either her or even somebody else?
Well, I think she wasn't afraid of that until episode 7, when they said that there's a first sighting. And I think before that, here's the thing that you have to remember about Gabby Mosley. She had this idea and this plan, and through the season, you will find out how that came to be, of kidnapping Sir and using him for good to help solve the cases. But there wasn't much thought about the end game. Okay. This is going to become a little unhinged. So she wasn't really worried about him escaping because that wasn't present. She was just living each moment. And now things are starting, as you can see, to come to a head. What's done in the dark always comes out in the light.
It really does. And that leads to my next question. We're at the halfway point of the season. So what can fans expect from these remaining episodes?
They can expect that if you thought the trains left the tracks before, they are fully gone and it is at full speed. You will be at the edge of your seat. Put your seatbelt on, or if you're a daredevil, take it off and then go for the ride, because I am telling you, every episode leading up to the finale and the finale is satisfying, and you're going to get to know more about characters, and there'll be breakdowns, and the relationships will be tested. And is Sir out of the basement? Is he back? All of the things. How did he get Gabby in the first place? All of these answers will be revealed season 1. And 𝐒𝐿𝐵 is one of the smartest visionary showrunners, executive producers that I've had the pleasure of working with. She makes sure that she gives the audience exactly what they want, all in season 1. But there's still going to be much more to tell for season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How long is Law and Order as for you? 17.
17. I like it. And what's interesting is, I'm based in Atlanta, and I actually got the chance to visit the set in February. Yeah. And
pop-up picture now.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it seemed like, and it was great to see, because you bring so much energy and everyone was just having a good time, even though obviously the show is so serious. So, how much did you really enjoy working on this series?
I mean, I think you can tell you're one of the rare that got to actually visit the set.
Right.
So I always tell people we are dealing with heavy subject matter, but that's not our set at all. And when I tell you I had a good time with these folks, and not just the actors that you see in front of the camera, it is our crew. We have the most loving, passionate about the subject, about their jobs, people, human beings in the business, in the world. And that has made it fun. We became such a lovely family. And I couldn't imagine each and every individual that was there for season 1. I couldn't imagine the season not having them.
Of course. And I think a lot of people don't know about this, but originally this show was supposed to be airing earlier this year as a mid-season replacement, but NBC, I guess they just love what they saw so far. They moved it to the fall, and I think, obviously people are enjoying it. So, and I may have asked you this in February, but what was your reaction when you learned that it was going to be moved to the fall instead of being a mid-season replacement?
Well, we had been working at that point on this show for quite a while. So
right.
You have something you really love. You just want everybody to see it. It's instant gratification. We're a microwave society. Everybody feels the same way. So when you first hear that it's being pushed, you're like, uh-oh, is it what they said? Is it because they really love it? No, maybe it's because maybe it's going to get pushed and be on the wall. So you always second guess, but at some point you have to have your faith over fear, right? And when I thought about if everyone says, and this is hard in this business, gratefully, thankfully, I'm working with NBC and Warner Brothers, and I've been partnered with them for a long time. So I know the people. When they say they're going to do something, generally, it has happened, not generally, every time my work experience has been that they do what they said, and they said they want to put money behind it. They want to promote this baby. In order to do that, let's move it to the fall. We believe in the storylines. We believe in the relevance. We're going to move this to the fall, and I promise you it's going to be better. My faith in the people that I have grown to love and respect was like, yeah, now if they do what they say they're going to do, and they have in the past, then this is going to be a great move. So I was on board and ready to go. And might I say that not only did they do it, but they promoted the show at a time that there was an actor strike and we could not say anything for half of the season. Show. And they did it in a major, major way, not because of me, not because of NK, but because of the relevance of the story we're telling, and because they are passionate about telling these stories. The only place you can get that is Warner Brothers and NBC.
Absolutely. And one last question for me before I let you go is, obviously you're known for your work on Shameless, and I've been seeing your posts on social media. You stay very connected with majority of the cast. So how much do you stay in contact with your Shameless family?
I was just on FaceTime with Steve Howie, who's my best friend and one of my soulmates in this world. Kelly Williams is also one of my soulmates in this world. Jeremy Allen White and I talk every other day, definitely 4 times a week. Emma, same. To answer your question, a lot. We're together. I'm still Mama Bear. I will put out whatever fire and don't come from a family.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing Jeremy Allen White's new movie, The Iron Claw. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, absolutely.
He's in his moment right now, and I couldn't be.
He really is. He really is. Well, Shanola, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Congratulations on the show and continued success to you.